Greetings and salutations. My name is Scott Pachilis, and today I want to take you guys on a bit of a journey, one that starts in the earliest days of internet video and ends deep within the heart of the Badlands. This weekend sees the release of 20th Century Studios' Predator Badlands, the latest entry in the nearly 40-year-old sci-fi action franchise. It's reported to have a budget of over $100 million, a far cry from one of director Dan Trachtenberg's earliest artistic outings, The Totally Rad Show. I sat down with his former co-host Jeff Cannata on the eve of the film's release to educate viewers on Trachtenberg's past and why they should be excited for his future. Alright, Jeff, so for those unaware, can you explain the concept behind the Totally Rad Show?
The Totally Rad Show was basically an internet variety show, and it was one of the very first web video shows. This was before YouTube was a platform for web video. We had a network that was an offshoot of the old G4 television network, and it was really one of the first internet video networks. It was called Revision 3. We put out what started as basically an hour-long show that was a variety show. We reviewed movies and video games in every episode and talked about comic books and all sorts of other things. And then we had wacky segments where we competed in games and would go out into the world and do certain things. And so it really was kind of an old school variety show that was built around talking and sharing our love of geeky topics. There was a time when, geeky topics weren't exactly as mainstream as they are now. So it was really a celebration of that kind of nerd culture that has really, taken hold of American mainstream.
And as we're watching some of these clips, can you describe what it's like to look back at this show over a decade later?
Well, I certainly miss those days. It was really a wonderful time of my life. We did the show for 7 years. We won a Webby Award at that time, got a lot of notoriety, won a podcast award as well for the show. And I think it was a bit ahead of its time. There's a lot of YouTubers that do very similar things to what we were doing at the time. But, we were having to figure it all out as we went. There was no, now it's so simple to, key yourself out of an image and put yourself on a background. We had to figure out how to do that because there was no off-the-shelf software to key yourself out. We had to actually go to the fabric store and get green fabric, and we had PVC pipe that we hung in the back of my friend's garage and made a set for ourselves. It was really the Wild West, and we were figuring it all out as we went. Those were really, really gratifying times, and I'm super proud of the Totally Rad Show and the legacy that it has.
And on the opening weekend of Predator Badlands, can you put into words what it's like to see not only your former co-host, but one of your closest friends ascend the ranks of Hollywood?
It's incredible. I mean, there's no one more deserving, and I'm just so excited for people to see his talent. There's no one more suited to their profession than Dan Trachtenberg is suited to being a director. He was born for it. Every moment of his life, every fiber of his being is bent toward making great movies, and he does. He makes great movies. And I think Predator Badlands is going to catapult him into a completely new echelon, get him a much more notoriety than he has had so far. And it couldn't happen to a better person. I love the guy and I love his work, and I'm so proud of him. I'm proud to know him and to see all of the fruits of his labors. He's been doing this for a long time, and I think he's going to become a household name very soon, and it's just amazing.
Predator Badlands is in theaters now, and for more with Jeff Cannata, be sure to check out our full hour-long conversation where we talk about the early days of podcasting and his transition into becoming a published author. From the WECT Digital Studio, this is Scott Pachilis, signing off.